going to start at the front of the mat. Feet in parallel, that fist width distance apart, shoulders back, and just stand normal. Shoulders are drifting backwards. The belly button is drifting into the spine. Think of lifting your rib cage up off of your pelvis, lifting your head up off of your shoulders. Now take an inhale through the nose. And exhale as you roll down, bring the crown of your head down first. And don't let your chin touch your chest. Keep a little space here, and then continue through the thoracic spine, just that upper back. And before you hit the mid back, or the low back, excuse me, bend your knees, and then go through the rest of the spine, hinging at the hips, bringing your fingertips to the floor. Relax your neck. You should be looking through your thighs, straight behind you. No tension here. Draw the shoulders back. And then scoop with your abs to lift you up. Think of your abs lifting you. The hamstrings are pulling your sits bones down. We stack the spine one vertebra at a time. Inhale. Exhale, roll down, crown of the head, upper back. Bend your knees as you go through that low back and send the fingertips to the floor. Inhale at the bottom and exhale. Protect your spine by holding those abs nice and close to the body as you wheel yourself back up to a standing position. Is the music too loud, or is it good? Can you hear me? Yep, okay, good. Exhale, roll down. Just me trying to hear myself over the music. Inhale at the bottom, belly button to spine, and exhale, scoop the abs in. For those of you online, I'm playing Jesse Cook if you want to also play Jesse Cook. It's nice Latin guitar if you want to feel like you're here in the room. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. That's the vibe. Bend those knees. Bring your fingertips to the floor. For our last roll down, we're going to inhale. Exhale, hug the belly button to your spine, tuck the pelvis, straighten the legs, and then stack the spine up. Collarbones flat, growing tall through your spine. And then from here, we're going to take one leg down into a kneeling position and then sit. And bring the feet out in front of you. You should be about middle of your mat with your pelvis. So if you're not in the middle, go ahead and adjust and make sure you landed in the right spot. I want your feet flat and the knees bent, but not too bent. I want you to be able to get upright on your sits bones. We're going to grab the thighs and kind of help yourself upright to get your back as straight as humanly possible. If it's strenuous to get upright on your sits bones, you might be too close with your feet where you're trying to lift. So make sure your feet are out enough to where this is comfortable to hold. We're going to take an inhale. On your exhale, imagine that your belly button is being pulled backwards through the body and behind you, and you're resisting. You're resisting. You don't want to roll backwards. So my shoulders are still over my hips. I'm not traveling backwards. I'm just scooping the abdominals back. And now we're going to lengthen and lift back. Try to do that with the support of the trunk, and your arms are going to help you lift so that you don't put too much responsibility on the back extensors this early. Inhale, exhale, pull the abdominals in, into an imprint, like you're imprinting against a wall behind you. And now inhale, lift. Upright. Using the arms as much as you need them for now. Exhale, round the spine. In the beginning of a mat class, I really like to cater more to the comfort of my spine in terms of my range of motion. So I don't like to force too big of a range or too much work on the back extensors because we really want to be warmed up. So just listen to your body as we continue on. We're going to exhale, round your spine, and we're going to start to roll backwards. Now again, listen especially to the low part of your lumbar spine. Only take it back as feels comfortable right now. Inhale, pause there, and then exhale, come forward. And then we're going to lengthen, and we're going to use those arms to help you get upright on those sits bones. And again, exhale, round the spine, and then roll it backwards. And maybe this time you feel like going a little farther, maybe not. Exhale, we come forward again. And then lift all the way back up. Exhale, scoop the abdominals in. Round the spine and hinge back. Maybe we take it a little farther. Maybe we're all the way down. And exhale, coming back. And then lengthen and lift. From here, we're gonna add the arms and legs. You're gonna take your arms forward. We're gonna round the spine and roll back as far as you'd like. For me, I'm gonna take it all the way back to a chest lift position. This is as far as I would like you to go. And then come forward. And now from here, we're gonna lift the arms, flatten the back, allow the knees to open to make room for the hips. Circle the arms around, scoop the abs, legs, and arms back in and take it backwards again. Exhale, as far as you like. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, come forward again. Inhale as you lift and open the knees, circle the arms, and scoop back in. Take it back. We're gonna do this one more time. Inhale, pause. Exhale, come forward. And then lengthen and lift the chest, open the knees, circle back in. From here, we're gonna roll down one last time, and then keep your feet the same width apart as you draw them closer to you, and closer and closer, and lower the head and chest all the way back down. So now we're lying in supine. The feet are flat, hip width apart, which our hip width is sits bone, about your own fist width distance between those feet, so small. And you want the heels close to you, but not too close. We're gonna take an inhale. And I want you to exhale. Actually, let's work on our breathing. I'm feeling that today. Take your hands to the side of your rib cage. On the side, not on the top of the ribs, but on the side. So your elbows are resting, your hands are just placed gently along the sides of your rib cage. And what I want you to do is draw your belly button in towards your spine without flattening the back into an imprint. So we're gonna stay in neutral, leave this natural curve underneath you. And I want you to inhale through the nose and try to push your breath into your hands, into your ribs, rather than into your belly. So we're gonna inhale, hold the belly button, try to expand the ribs, and then exhale. Feel the ribs pull away from your hands. And then again, inhale through the nose, into the ribs, and then exhale. Very important we learn to breathe this way out of habit when we do Pilates. Inhale. So that the abdominals learn how to stay contracted during an inhale. And we don't breathe into the belly and lose that abdominal connection when we take that inhale. We want to make sure that we're still in those abs. Good. From here, take your arms down by your sides. On your inhale, we breathe into the ribs. On your next exhale, I want you to just with your abs, pull your low back down against the mat. And then hold that. Make sure you're not using the legs. Shake out the hamstrings. The hamstrings and the glutes should feel nice and loose. And then we're going to rock back to neutral. And again, exhale. Draw the abs in to your imprint. And then come back to your neutral. And you'll know that you're using your legs to help you if this feels easy and not much resistance. You want to feel that your abs are pulling against your pelvis and you're actively trying to imprint, and you feel the work in the abs. It feels heavy. And then back to neutral. Now we're going to take it into a pelvic curl. Exhale, draw the abs into your imprint. Get as deep into that imprint as you can with only your abs, and then use your legs. You're going to push your heels down and then push the knees forward. Try to keep your abdominals drawing in, your upper arms active, and I'm pulling my weight to my feet so that I'm not pushing backwards onto my shoulders. You really want to feel that you're being pulled forward into that pelvic curl. Exhale, roll back down, one vertebra at a time, nice and slow. And if you're doing that right, hopefully you get some hamstring cramps within these first couple of reps. Inhale. Exhale, scoop the abs in. And then peel the tailbone up and the low back and the mid back, pushing the knees forward so that you're not shifting your weight. At the top, I want you to think of your hips and your ribs and your hip bones staying connected like you've got little suspenders on. I want everyone to tighten those suspenders a little. And then push more of the pubic bone to the ceiling. Put the weight on the inside of your feet so you feel those inner thighs working. You want shaken legs, and then roll back down. Nice and slow. Take your time. rolling back through your imprint back to your neutral pelvis. Take an inhale. Exhale, scoop the abs in and then push into those heels. And it's not to the point where the feet are lifting, but you really feel the weight in your heels more than the rest of your foot until you're up at the top. Inhale. And then exhale, roll down. And I just did it. So, but what I was going to say is try not to look to the side when you're in that pelvic curl position. It's not the best for your neck to turn your head when you're elevated with the hips like that. So if you're going to look to the side, try to do it when you're not up in that bridge position. Rolling up, sending the knees forward. Take your time. Upper arms are active against the mat, and exhale, roll back down. We want to be articulating through that spine as much as we can, one vertebra at a time. I like to imagine that my back is a sticker. I'm going to scoop the abs in so my back is flat. And now I'm going to peel the sticker up one little inch at a time, coming all the way up. Like you want to pull it up, but you don't want it to tear. We've all done that, right? And then exhale, put the sticker back down with no ripples and no air bubbles. Release the glutes, rock back to neutral. Inhale and exhale one more time. Imprint and then peel up, really push into those legs so you feel the hamstrings, you feel the abdominals, staying connected with those suspenders. Inner thighs. Exhale, roll down. One vertebra at a time. Release the glutes. Rock back to neutral. Good. Come back to your imprint one more time. Make sure you're using your abs, not your legs. Take the arms up to the ceiling, palms facing each other, wrists right over those shoulders, and glide the shoulder blades back into the mat. Not to the point where you elevate the shoulders, just to the point where you feel those shoulder blades touching the mat. And now open the arms to a T position. You're going to keep your imprint. Take one leg to tabletop, the knee right over the hip, the shin parallel to the ground. Shin parallel to the ground. Now from here, don't lose the imprint. Lift your second leg to tabletop. Did anybody lose the imprint? If you lost the imprint, that means you were holding it with your leg instead of your abs. Squeeze those legs together. We're going to inhale as you go into spine twist supine, away from me first. And now exhale, pull back to center. And inhale towards me. And exhale, pull back to center. We're keeping the opposite shoulder blade anchored and the ribs down. And exhale to center, keeping your legs squeezed together. Inhale towards me. And back to center. And I'd like to share a game with you that I've been playing with myself in this exercise. As you go away from me, before you move into your spine twist, I want you to initiate that rotation, but imagine that you're trying to keep your knees pointed to the ceiling instead of letting the legs go to the side. Imagine that they're staying up, and then go into that oblique work, and then push with those obliques, and pull back to center. Did you guys feel a difference? Yeah? Keep the knees pointed to the ceiling. Imagine that they're not supposed to go to the side. They just stay there and then push into those obliques. Oh. And back to center. Suddenly you can really feel the weight of those legs, right? Like you're actually lifting the weight of the legs. Inhale. Push those legs to the side. Feel the weight of them. And then exhale, come back to center. And then inhale. Keep the legs to the ceiling as you initiate that movement. And exhale, pull back to center. All of a sudden, spine twist supine feels like something, right? For those of you who are still looking for those obliques, that should have done it. If not, I don't have any other trick for you. This was my best one. Inhale, push with those obliques. And exhale, back to center. Let's do one more to each side. Inhale, keep the legs on the center line as you initiate, so you feel those obliques. And then back to center. And then keep the knees to the ceiling as you push. And that way you really feel the anchor on the opposite side of the body too. Really changes the exercise. Come back to center. Place one foot down and the other foot down. We're going to get a little break there. Interlace your fingers together. And when I say interlace, I mean all the way, webbing to webbing, no light coming through the fingers. Take your hands onto your occipital bone. So we're low on the head, low on the skull, but not on your neck, nowhere on the neck. I want the spine back in neutral, so we have that natural curve of the lumbar spine. We're gonna let the elbows float off of the table because I want your shoulders not in your ears. I want those shoulders pushing down towards your hips. And now from here, we're gonna take an inhale through the nose. On your exhale, flex your abs, feel the abdominals lift your chest, and then take your head with it into a chest lift. Inhale, pause. And then exhale, lower the chest with the abdominals. Again, inhale. And then see if you can catch yourself preemptively lifting your head. Don't do it. That's your neck flexion. Use your abs. Think ribs to hip bones. Flex the abs to where the chest lifts, and then your head comes with, not ahead of. Exhale, lower back down. Again, inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, stay. And exhale, lower down. The goal is to get those shoulder blades off of the mat. And I do want you to imprint at the top. However, I want that imprint to come from just lifting the spine that high, that deeply into your chest lift. I don't want the imprint to come from tucking the pelvis. So we keep the pelvis in neutral. We get that nice high chest lift. Go ahead and give yourself some help. Grab the thighs and pull yourself up as high as you can without sacrificing that neutral pelvis position. Do you feel how your low back does flatten on the mat? So that's good. I don't want you to try to hold neutral lumbar spine. I want the imprint. I just don't want you to cheat with the pelvis to get there. Does that make sense? You're going to take the hands to the knees. It's way more comfortable that way too. And now you should be starting to feel your lower abdominals kick on, not just that top 4-pack, right? The whole 8-pack is on now. Take your hands behind your head and then lower the head and chest back down. Again, inhale. Exhale, glide the ribs to your hip bones. Keep the weight of the pelvis. Lift up as high as you can. Let's do a double check. Grab the thighs. Get yourself a little higher. See if you've got more range. And then stay. Hands to the knees. Hands to the ceiling. Take the hands behind the head. And then lower the head and chest back down. So if we're doing this right, we should be burning now. Are we there? Good. Inhale. Exhale. Glide the ribs to your hip bones. Grab those thighs. It'll give you a little bit of help again. Lift as high as you can. Really loosen up that back. Take the hands to the knees, to the ceiling. This time, reach behind you. Don't drop. Hands behind the head. Lower that in chest. Woo! That was mean. Inhale. I regretted it as soon as I did it. Lift the head and chest. That was tough. We're going to stay here. Hold. Exhale. Go into your chest lift with rotation away from me. And then back to center. Rotate towards me. Back to center. Exhale, rotate away from me. Back to center. And rotate towards me. And back to center. Now what I want you to do is to keep your shoulder blades up, off of the ground. So go into rotation away from me. Take your top hand out, reach it towards the outside of that knee. And now lift towards the palm of that hand, lift up. That's your chest lift with rotation. Hold it, take the hand back, come back to center, and now go towards me. Rotate. Reach your top hand to the outside of that knee. Lift up to the palm of your hand. Take the hand back and back to center. Let's lower the head and chest for a moment. Did you guys feel that difference? Good. Nice big inhale. Exhale, lift the head and chest. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, stay. Exhale, rotate away from me. Come back to center. And exhale, rotate towards me. Back to center, staying off of those shoulder blades if you can. And exhale towards me. Back to center, lower the head and chest. Reach the arms around by your sides. We're back in a neutral pelvis if you weren't there already. Shoulders are back. We're going to let the abs rest for a moment. kind of. We're gonna let the spinal flexors rest for a moment for sure. Take the belly button to your spine. You're gonna lift the leg furthest from me up to tabletop without changing the pelvis. So if you take your weight away from that leg and you feel your hip drop to the side, put the foot back down, try it again. Anchor the abdominals, then lift that leg. And I want you to come in past your tabletop, just about 10 degrees further, so your thigh is coming towards your chest more. We're gonna keep this knee at a 90-degree angle. We're gonna go into single leg lift. So you're gonna lower the thigh, tap the foot to the floor, and then lift back up. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And I want you to only move from the hip joint. This is called hip disassociation, and it's a concept that comes back into the more intermediate and advanced work a lot. This is the first place where we work on it, the most fundamental version of it. One more time, tap and lift. And now place the foot down and take the other leg up. Anchor the abs, then lift the leg and pull it in. Keep the knee at a 90-degree bend. We're gonna inhale, lower, tap, exhale, lift. Maintain the same angle of the knee joint, only move the hip joint. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. One more time. Tap and lift. Keep this leg up. We're going to go into leg changes. So now we're going to switch both legs. Again, keeping the knee joint the same, only moving from the hip joint. We exhale, switch, and switch, and switch. Check in with your pelvis. Are you still in neutral or did you shift to an imprint? Let the bottom of that sacral bone sit on the mat. Keep the legs close together so those inner thighs are working. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your legs to a tabletop. If this is too much for now and you need to set the feet down, you can. But if you can maintain your tabletop, go for it. Take the arms up and then back overhead without lifting your ribs. So if you splay those ribs, pull them back down, feel the mid-back imprinting, and now we're going to take the arms up to the ceiling. Now lift the head and chest, and then move the arms parallel to the floor. Lift the arms, lower the head and chest, reach the arms back. This is called 100 prep, and it's our preparation for 100, as the name implies. Take the arms up, lower the head and chest, and reach back. We're only going to do a few of them. Exhale, and lower the arms. Make sure those arms go all the way parallel and not past it. I was cheating, I went too far, caught myself. Exhale, arms, head and chest, arms just to parallel. And then take the arms up, lower the head and chest, and reach back. And now from here, we're gonna go ahead into our hundreds. Before we go into 100, I want you to choose a height of the legs that you can stabilize in your core. So we're gonna go legs out straight at a diagonal line, and I want you to pick an angle that you can actually hold for that 100. So if the angle's a little bit higher, that's fine. If it's a little bit lower, just keep in mind that's gonna be harder to hold. So don't let this go to your back. Legs and tabletop. Take the arms up and back. You can go legs straight up to the ceiling if you need to. Inhale. On your exhale, we lift the arms. We lift the head and chest. We send the legs out straight. Ideal is eye level, but if you can't get it there, that's fine. We inhale, prepare. We exhale, pulse. And inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. You need a high enough chest lift here so that you don't feel your neck. If your chest lift isn't high enough, you're going to be all in your neck and not in your abs. So get up as high as you can. Exhale, pulsing the arms below your shoulder height only. And exhale. 2 more times. Exhale. And last one. Exhale. Pause. Take your tabletop. Lift the arms. Lower the head and chest. Reach the arms back. We're going to glide one leg out at a time. I don't think that was a full 100. I think I cut it short by accident, but that's okay. Inhale, if we don't mind. Inhale. I'm going to allow you to indulge. Press those ribs up to the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale and spread out the, not the obliques, the rectus abdominis. And then sink the ribs down, back into place. Turn the palms of the hands in towards each other. Squeeze your legs together. We're gonna go into roll up. Take the arms up. Lift the head and chest, lower the arms down. From here, if you must bend the knees, please bend them to come back up. You don't have to. If you can keep them straight, excellent, but I would rather you bend than use momentum. We're gonna pause in this roll-up position. I want your shoulders forward, right above those hips, right above kind of the hip crease, not above the pelvis, but above the hips, the hip joints. Everyone drop your shoulders. Good. Keep your hands shoulder height. Pull the collarbones flat across your body. Lift your rib cage. Belly button to spine. Good. Eyes on your thighs. And then roll back down, hinging at the hips. Keep your maximum spinal flexion for as long as you can. Then take the arms up, lower the head and chest, and reach back. Again, inhale, arms, head and chest, arms. And we continue. Exhale, roll up. Don't use momentum. Bend those knees if you have to. I'm bending the knees. Inhale, exhale, roll down. And this roll up might change throughout class or even throughout your reps right here. As you start to warm up, you might not have to bend the knees as much, but bend them if you need to. I would rather you feel this moment and keep control of the exercise. Inhale and exhale, roll down. Keep those arms parallel to the ground. Take the arms up and reach back. Inhale. Save your exhale for this moment. This is where you need it. Ooh, see, I didn't have to bend my knees that time. Inhale and exhale. And to clarify, some of us will always need to bend the knees, and it might just be due to your body type. You might just have a longer torso, shorter legs, and roll up with straight legs might never be in the cards for you, or it might be something that gets stronger over time, and then you don't have to anymore eventually. Either is perfectly acceptable. We just want to feel that flexion. And you want to feel your body go through a little earthquake ab moment, trying to maintain that. You don't want to skip over the little earthquake moment. That's the best part. We inhale. Right here, feel the shake. Feel the shake. Go through it, not over it. Pause here at the top of your range. We're going to flatten the back and come upright. Flex your feet to the ceiling. Separate your feet just outside your shoulder width apart. If you're not sure where that is, stay within your mat width, inside the mat. Shoulders back. Lift the trunk. Get upright on your sits bones. Bend your knees. Find those sits bones. Get nice and upright. If you have to keep your knees bent to maintain this position, please keep the knees bent. I would rather you prioritize the flat back than be stuck back here on the tailbone. So get upright, but if you can straighten your knees, then that's great. Go ahead and keep the knees straight. Inhale. Exhale. Imagine you're peeling your body off of a wall. We're going into spine stretch. And I want you to imagine that spine just peeling off of that wall. Once you get through the low back, if this is the end of your range with your hamstrings, that's fine. Roll right back up. If you have more hamstring flexibility, you can hinge forward. Inhale. And then exhale. If you hinged forward, hinge back onto the sits bones and then restack the spine, one vertebra at a time. Inhale. And exhale. Peel the body off of that wall, supporting the waist with the trunk, rolling through the spine and hinge at the hips. Inhale. Exhale, roll back up. And stack that spine nice and controlled. Try to keep the arms lifted just so that they're not touching the mat. Doesn't have to be super high off the ground. But I want you to feel the challenge and the arm muscles of keeping the arms lifted without getting into your upper traps like this. So drop the shoulders, keep those down. Feel the work in the deltoid, right in this part of the arm here, not up in the neck. And then roll back up. There's no ideal angle of the arms. It's just keep them off the ground and don't use your neck to do that. Just keep them off the ground. Don't use your neck. Exhale, roll back up. Restacking that spine nice and tall. Bring your legs together. plant or flex those feet, pointing the toes away from you. You're going to draw the legs in. You're going to grab the ankles, grab as low as you can on those ankles, and I want you to pull your legs really close to you with your biceps, and then push your legs into your hands, but don't let them move. So this is a spring-loaded position. If I were to let go, I would spring apart, right? So this is a nice active position. I want you to stay in this shape. We're going to go into roll like a ball. Before you roll, I want you to try to tuck your pelvis under you as much as you can without rolling backwards. Keep tucking. Keep tucking, keep tucking. Can we get a little more? Can we get a little more? And then eventually you're forced organically to roll back. Wait until you find that position. Don't create it inorganically. Try to let it happen by scooping, scooping, scooping as deep as you can until you have to roll. And then come back up. So you want that to be natural. Inhale, tuck, 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 tuck. Exhale. On your way up, think less momentum and more chest lift. Think of the muscles you used in your chest lift and think of that punch in the abs right up here. So we're thinking, go ahead and open that chest a little more. Yeah, shoulders back, there you go. We're thinking round, 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 round. And then exhale, chest lift muscles to come back up. Did that work better? Yeah. So we're creating that with the abdominals, not with our momentum. Again, inhale. Can I just say, I love that no one's kicking to the ceiling. That's a first. I've never seen that before in my life where no one went, ah. So you better not be doing it at home. No kicking the ceiling. Inhale, scoop. Keep your heels to your sits bones. One more, inhale. Sure, that was probably really aggressive for everyone online. I don't think they were expecting me to point at them like that. I'm sorry. Inhale back. And exhale. I'm still watching you, even though I can't see you. From here, lift. Nope. You always think you know when it's coming, but you don't. Lift those legs, shins parallel to the ground. Pull up the spine. We're going to take the arms out straight, and we're going to go into teaser prep. I want you to scoop the abdominals in, round your lumbar spine, roll down only as far as you feel comfortable, and then come back up. And grab the legs, give yourself a little lift. Good. It is cheating, but I'll allow it. I'm feeling kind today. You're going to round the spine. Keep your chest upright. Keep your legs in the same spot. Don't take them with you. And then come back up. Little pro tip. When you're at the bottom and you feel like you want to use momentum or shift the legs, squeeze your adductors, squeeze your inner thighs more, and that helps you stabilize and not give in to that temptation. Roll down. And then we squeeze the legs. You feel how it kind of turns off those hip flexors and extensors. It stops you from wanting to kick. Take the hands to the top of the knees. Roll down. Take the knees closer to you. Don't flop. Good. Got a good group today. So the knees are slightly past your hips. Drop your tailbone down. Use your arms to pull up. Use your hamstrings back here to push into your hands so that this is exactly lifting you into a nice high chest lift. Now, if you can rock in this position, that's not what we want. You need to drop your tailbone. You're out of neutral pelvis, but you should be up nice and high. From here, we're going to go into double leg stretch. Send your arms and legs out straight. Exhale, scoop them back in. Active with the arms. Pull yourself up nice and high. Inhale, reach. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, reach. Exhale, in. I'm thinking 6, 2, and 1. Bring the legs together. Take both of your hands to the leg furthest from me. Send your other leg out straight. And we're going to switch those legs. Exhale and exhale. Using your arms to lift. Don't lift your tailbone, though. Good. Stephen, make sure try not to pull your leg to your chest. Try to push the leg. Yes, good. You feel it just picks you right up out of that neck. Good. Right. From here, take your hands behind your head. Rotate to the leg furthest from me. And then rotate towards me. We're going towards the bent leg. Towards the bent leg. And make sure you're lifting just like you did in your chest lift with rotation. So we're not going way to the side. We want the lift. You want to be up. Oh, my legs are not in the right spot. Exhale. I need to check my mirror. There, keep the feet in the same line. Bad habit, Jen, bad habit. And once more away from me, or towards me, excuse me. And then come back to your tabletop, lower the head and chest. Set the arms down, place one foot down at a time. Knees bent, feet flat, hip width apart. From here, we're gonna go back to our pelvic curl. Exhale, scoop the abs in. Peel the tailbone up and start to push the weight into the feet, into those hamstrings. Inhale at the top and exhale, roll down. Nice and slow. Take your time. And notice the differences in your body from the first pelvic curls to these ones now that we're halfway through, a little more than halfway. Peeling that spine up, pushing the knees forward, shoulders open. Inhale, exhale, roll down. Oh, first hamstring cramp of the day. It's unusually late for me. Inhale, exhale, scoop the abs in. Now I gotta try and get one on the right side so that I'm even. Inhale at the top. Exhale, peel back down. Nice and slow. Now on our next pelvic curl, we're gonna hold at the top of your range and we're gonna go into shoulder bridge prep. And shoulder bridge prep is essentially this again. It's that single leg lift, except you're in a bridge position. So all the same rules apply. We're only moving at the hip joint, not at the knee. Exhale, scoop. And roll yourself up into your bridge position. Use your upper arms to help you. Tighten your suspenders. Push your hips up high. Lift the leg furthest from me. Don't change anything else. Think of this opposite sits bone to your inner thigh or your knee on your standing leg. Inhale, lower and tap. Exhale, lift. Only 5 and 4. Keep your hips high. And 2 and 1. Place that foot back down. Fix your pelvic curl. Take the leg closest to me up. And same thing here. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. And exhale, lift. And it should feel like on your standing leg like you're lifting higher and higher and higher. And that's how you stay in the same spot. Place that foot down and then roll back down through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Rock back to neutral. Take one leg to tabletop, your other leg to tabletop. Extend your legs to the ceiling. Let's go into corkscrew. If you can't get the legs all the way straight here due to the hamstrings, just bend your knees, but keep the thighs perpendicular to the ground. So we're gonna go inhale away from me first, into your rotation. This position should be like your spine twist supine, right? So this opposite hip is up. We're gonna come down through the middle and then back up the other side. And we have this space underneath the hips. Back to center. Reverse directions. Inhale towards me. Exhale, circle down, around and back up, and to center. Inhale, away from me. And center. And inhale, towards me. Down and around and up. Try to make a nice even smiley face with those legs. And a little smiley face. And back to center. Inhale, towards me. Little smiley face. And to center. And away from me. Smiley face. And center. And inhale. And smiley face because we're having so much fun. One more time. Inhale. Don't laugh. I know you're having fun. I can hear you having fun. Take those legs up. Back to center. From here, we're going to bend the knees. Hug to your chest in case that went to your back. Hopefully it didn't if you're using those obliques, but if you did, give it a little hug. And then send the legs down one foot at a time. You're going to turn onto your side and face me. Take your bottom arm out straight and palm up to the ceiling and just rest your head on that arm. Stack the legs one on top of the other. Stack your top hip right above your bottom hip. So you don't want to be rolled backwards. You also don't want to roll forward. You want to be right on that greater trochanter bone underneath you, unfortunately. Scoop those abs up and in. Lift your waist away from the floor. And now you might still be touching the mat with your skin. I'm not so concerned about that, but I want the bones of the spine to be lifted, the rib cage to be lifted, not sinking down. So we're using the obliques to lift that position. And now from here, lift your legs. If you're in your back at any point during this exercise, you need to maybe take the feet forward a little bit or just really focus on tucking the pelvis. We're going to inhale. On your exhale, imprint your waist, lift your top hip up to your rib cage, and then lower your hip away. So I'm flexing at my waist and inhale away. Right here, I'm shortening this line from my hip to my ribs, and then I'm expanding. I like to imagine that I have a bubble under my waist and I'm popping that bubble. And then I'm lifting and I'm letting that bubble form again, and then I'm popping the bubble. And I let it form again. So it's important you shift away, you don't get stuck up here. And away. One more time, exhale. Good. Lower those legs. Bend your bottom leg in front of you, shin parallel to the mat, knee right out in front of your hip. We're going to internally rotate this top leg, lift it hip height, shake out the foot. I want it floppy and heavy. Even a slight bent knee is fine here. Hold those abs. Make sure your hip is still above your other hip. And we're going to go into side leg lift, up and down. Exhale, lift up and down. We lift the leg, we lower just to 90 and up. Check to make sure that leg is in line with your body and not in front of you or behind you. If your leg is too far forward, you're going to have all this range. You're going to be like, this isn't even hard. You want to get that leg back in line with the body so that you feel that work. Good. Jen, scoop your ribs up and into your body. Yeah, that's good. And now from here, pause with your leg at hip height. We're going to go into forward and lift, down and back. It's the name of the exercise. Forward and lift. And up, down and back. Only take this leg as far forward as your hamstring will allow, and without changing the position of the pelvis. Check your waist. Are you still lifted? This is where we start to lose it. Is this hip on top of your waist, or is it still away from you, reaching? And up, down. Jen, pull that belly button back in, lift your waist, lift up, more from here. Create a little house underneath you. Yes, that's neutral. Stay there. Forward and up, down and back. And now from here, we're going to go forward, and we're going to drop the leg below hip height. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and find your waist and keep it. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring your leg further forward. She's in my line of vision. She's getting picked on. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. That was 5 times, right? Take that leg back, and we're going to switch the legs. Now extend your bottom leg out straight. Grab this top ankle if you can. If you can't reach it or it's not comfortable, just leave your hand and don't grab it. Push your hips into that neutral position again. So I want this hip down and forward, right stacked on top. Lift your bottom leg. Reach it longer and longer and longer, and now lift it up and down, and exhale, lift up. If you are in the right position, you should have to fight for every inch of range of motion here. This should feel very difficult to lift that leg. If it's popping right up, you're not in the right spot. You're going to pull those abs in, stack the hips, push the leg back. Exhale, lift, and exhale, lift. 2 more. And last one, hold, and let's pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Don't forget to breathe. Lift a little higher. Lower that leg down. Send your top leg out straight. We're going to swing the legs around and to the other side for a little BASI flip. Whoa, a lot of sun there. I'm going to scoot down a little bit. That's aggressive. Okay, we're going to lay on our side. Flip my mic out so I don't cover the microphone. Scoop the abs in. Lift your waist. Lift your legs. And now going into side lifts. We're going to scoop the waist down and lift the hip and then lower away. This is my stronger side. Exhale. And away. If you're feeling your back, make sure that you're in the right alignment and that you're lifting with your obliques. So I'm taking this muscle here and I'm shortening it. And then I'm lengthening. Don't forget to lengthen. Sometimes people squeeze and they get stuck here and then they just lift and lower the hips. Move the pelvis away. Move the pelvis back in. and exhale. And exhale. Exhale. Rest your head, relax your neck. 2 more. Last one. And lower the legs. Take your bottom leg forward into a tabletop-like position. Lift your top leg out and away from you. Internally rotate that leg. Soften the knee. Shake out the foot. I want a floppy fish-like foot. And now from here, we exhale, lift and lower. Exhale, lift and lower, just to hip height. Exhale, down and exhale, up. Good. And 5, 6, keep relaxing that foot. 7, keep the leg turned in. 8, 2 more. And we like this internal rotation because this glute medius on the side of the hip, that's its secondary function. So if you internally rotate, you get more work out of that hip. From here, we're going to take the leg forward and lift, down and back. Make sure as you go forward, that I just did it, I broke my own rule, that you don't flatten your waist down. And again, that has not much to do with an actual literal space underneath you, unless, I mean, a lot of us might have a space, but not everybody. Think more so about the support of the trunk and not feeling a change once you're in neutral. Exhale, forward and up, down and back, and forward and up, down and back. One more time, take it forward, up, down and back. And now last one, we're gonna come forward into your drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, lift your waist. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3. One more time, exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold. Take that leg back. Switch your legs. So now we're gonna bend the top leg, flatten that foot down on the mat. Pulling into your glute stretch. Take this hip, push it down and forward so that you're still stacked and you're in this nice big stretch. And now lift your bottom leg. And again, this should be challenging just to get the leg off the ground. And now we're gonna squeeze it higher. And exhale, squeeze higher. If you've got a ton of range here, check your pelvis, check your waist. Make sure that you're in the right spot, because if this is easy and you feel like you've got a lot of range of motion without trying, probably in the wrong spot. Exhale. And exhale. See, I caught myself. I lifted really high and I was like, ooh, that one was easy. And my waist was on the floor. That's what happens. Lift and stay. And we're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squeeze up a little higher. Lower that leg down. Send your top leg out straight. We're going to lower onto, actually, let's sit up again. Come up, right? We need a little more of a glute stretch, I can tell. Sit forward on your mat facing the front of the room. Take your hands back behind you. We can stagger. Go ahead and face the BASI logo. Take the leg that we were just working and cross it over the midline. So it's the one in towards the rest of the room, I believe, towards your friends. Yeah. So you guys are all on the wrong side. Thank you. This is the bad boys side over here. Pulling up nice and tall. And from here, I want you to dip your foot down towards the floor. So we're taking it into a piriformis stretch. If you don't feel much of a change here, try pushing your knee away, and you might be hiking that hip. Some of us are going to be like, youch, and some of us maybe not so much of a reaction. Depends on how tight you are in this area. Me too. Yeah, it's a grimace for me as well. Especially the other side does not like it. And then we're going to come back up. Set that foot down. Oh, and then take your other foot up. And then we're going to hold that. Try to push up into that stretch. Rock forward to the sits bones. And then cross the midline. Take the foot down to the floor into that piriformis stretch. Actually, not that bad on this side. I think it's my other side that's the worst one. And take that leg back up. We're going to set the feet down. You're going to turn to face the center of the room. Back to where you were facing when you did your roll downs. We're gonna go onto our hands and knees. Wrists directly under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're gonna go into cat stretch, and we are gonna be on the wrists for a little while, so if you need to scoot forward to the front of your mat to kind of give the heel of the hand a little lift, or if you need to go to your fists, you can. We're gonna take an inhale. We're gonna exhale, scoop the abdominals into a C curve, and I want you to go into cat stretch. Not so much what you would do in yoga where you're pushing into your upper back, but we're gonna stay conservative in the upper back. And instead, I want you to go for as much in your lumbar, in your low back as humanly possible, and be conservative with the rest of the spine, and then come back to center. And now from here, again, we're going not into the easiest range, which is the low back, but we're trying to keep the belly button to the spine and trying to go into the upper back. Wow, that feels different today. And back to center. Exhale, round the spine. That's the beauty of this method. I've been doing this for 10 years, and every once in a while, every few months, something feels new. And then we lengthen and we lift, pulling the belly button to your spine and back to center. So our goal with our cat stretch is to work the spine in the ranges of motion that it needs it, not to go along with what it already has. So for that to feel correct, you should feel like you're going the path of most resistance rather than the path of least resistance. Back to center. Exhale, round the lumbar spine. Keep your head in line with the spine. Make sure that in this lumbar flexion that you're not looking straight at the mat. You're gonna look like a cat throwing up. You gotta tuck that chin. It does not look clean. Back to neutral, and then lift with the head and the neck. Stay long through the neck. Don't crunch the back of the neck. And then come back to center. From here, you're gonna step one foot back. Fully flex that foot. We're gonna go into front support. I want you to push with those arms, nice and active. Take your second leg back and don't change your torso. Boom, no change. Good. From here, we glide the right knee in, and now the left knee in. I want you to touch the mat, physically touch the mat. That lets you know that your pelvis is not too high and it's not too low. Exhale, exhale. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold. Bend your elbows, come down onto your stomach, nice and controlled. Point those feet behind you. You're gonna send your arms out straight. Palms down, separate your legs hip width apart. From here, we're going into swimming. You're gonna scoop the abdominals in. We're gonna do our prep first, where you lift just the right arm and the left leg, and then back down. And now the left arm and the right leg, and back down. Right arm, left leg, and down. Left arm, right leg, and down. And as you do this, don't go to your low back. And left arm, right leg, good. Now from here, if you get neck tension really easily and you're just up in your neck, go ahead and put your forehead on your fingertips and just do the legs if the arms are getting just all in the neck. So we're gonna lift the arms and legs. And from here, we swim. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I want this to come from your shoulder joints and your hip joints, not from your elbows and your knees. Focus on the coordination of the limbs and the abdominals. One more. Inhale and exhale. Pause. Lower the hands and knees. We're going to send the forearms down by your sides. Draw the belly button to your spine. Squeeze the legs together. Lift through the crown of the head. And then the upper back. And the mid back. Pause here with your elbows down. Your ribs are touching. Good. Come take your elbows closer to you again. Yep, that's it right there. From this position, I want you to still feel the ribs in contact. And then lower back down. And again, inhale, crown of the head, upper back. And we go just to the ribs. And you should feel, draw those shoulder blades back. You should feel only your upper and mid back, not your low back. Does that feel right? Good. And then lower back down. I want you to do that same thing without the arms. Take them to your sides. Now draw the shoulders back. Belly button to spine. Inhale, take the crown of the head up and the upper back. Draw the shoulder blades back, but don't go to your low back. Don't go that high. Good. And then lower back down. Nice and slow. Keep the arms lifted. That's the hardest part, I know. Inhale, crown of the head. Shoulder blades back. Keep the ribs down and the belly button to your spine, and then exhale, lower. And keep the shoulders back. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale down. Less is more, really. Keep the belly button pulling to the spine, the pubic bone pushing down, the ribs staying anchored. Shoulders back. And exhale, lower. From here, take your forearms back down. You're going to push off of your elbows, not your hands. Don't lift your elbows. Push off your forearms back into a rest position. Put your forehead on the mat and relax the arms. They don't need to stay straight. Sit back on those heels. Nice big inhale. And exhale. And as you breathe, try to breathe into the areas of the back that feel tight. And exhale. The goal is to keep the legs all the way together or as close as you can so that you get the release in the low back. If you open the knees to the side, you'll get more of a hip stretch, which maybe that's what you prefer right now. And exhale. From here, we're going to go ahead and roll it. We're going to take the legs in front of us. We're getting towards the end. Feet in parallel, hip width apart. We're going to take the hands back behind us, in line with each other, fingertips pointing straight forward or straight to the side. This is legal. Fingertips back is very illegal, not good for the shoulder joint. Please only go fingertips to the side, or the ideal is fingertips towards the body. From here, I want you to flex your abs into your back at the same time. Push the floor away from you. Put weight in your heels, and we're going to go into back support, sort of in a backwards plank. And then inhale, hinge at the hips, hover, exhale, push back up. And inhale back down. Let's just do 5. Exhale, lift, keep the head and neck conservative. Don't throw the head and neck back. And down. And exhale, 2 more, lift. Feeling those hamstrings. And hinge down. 1 more time, exhale, lift. And then set the sits bones down. And then let the wrists go. Flex your feet and push your wrists into fists. Little stretch up against those feet. You can bend the knees to get there if you need to get that nice stretch. And from here, we're going to go ahead and grab your right leg. Take it up with you. Roll down onto your back. Grab the calf muscle with all 5 fingers together. Your bottom leg is down. Lift as high as you can. We're going to go into hamstring pull 1. You're going to pulse, pulse, switch the legs. Pulse, pulse, switch the legs. Make sure your bottom leg finds the floor every time, and that we're only pulsing your top leg, not the bottom leg, not the chest. Exhale, exhale. If you can't reach your calf muscle, just grab your hamstring back here. That works. Hamstring pull 2, hands behind the head. And pulse, pulse. And pulse, pulse. And pulse, pulse. Right, right. Left, left. Right, right. Hamstring pull 3, rotate towards your top leg. Pulse, pulse, rotate, pulse, pulse. Let's do 2 more. And left, left. And right, right. And left, left. Take both legs up. Bend your knees. Hug those legs to your chest. Rock side to side. Go to your tabletop. Lift the arms up and back, palms facing each other, ribs down. We're going to inhale into a teaser position. Take the arms up. Lift the head and chest, start to straighten the legs, and then boom, hit your teaser. Keep your legs here, roll back down. And reach back. Inhale back up. All the way, don't lift or drop those feet. Exhale down. And inhale. I know they did ask for a 5, but I just couldn't help it. It was right there, guys. 1 more. And hold, stay here. Bend your knees, grab your ankles, extend those legs. How do I catch you off guard every time with open leg rocker? And inhale, we roll back just like you roll like a ball. Exhale, punch with the abs to come back up. You have to ease your way back, ride the brakes, and then more effort to come up in comparison to roll like a ball. You have to really ease your way back and then punch with those abs. Oh, I punched too much. And inhale back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale, lift. Pause here. Take your legs together. Lift your arms. See if you can hold, hold, hold. Set those feet down. Bend your knees into a butterfly stretch and send those arms forward. Very good. Nice big inhale. A nice long exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and roll it up. Bend the knees, feet flat. Pulling up tall. And I want you to feel the difference in your body. Take your arms up. You're going to round your spine and roll back, just like we did earlier, as far as you like. Inhale, exhale, come back up. Inhale, lengthen and lift. Opening the knees, circle the arms, scoop the arms and legs back in. Exhale, take it back as far as you like. Feel the difference in your body. Feel how much more willing the body is to move, how much stronger we feel. Some of the things we were thinking about earlier are really hard. We're coming a little more naturally now. That core is on. Open the arms, scoop in. From here, you're going to cross the legs. Come onto your hands and knees. Push up onto your feet to a comfortable position. For those of you familiar with your reformer, it's like your elephant position. Shoulders down. We're going to bend one knee and bend the other knee. Third prance here, get that nice stretch through the body. Both heels down. Bend your knees. We're going to do that BASI Panther. On 3, we're going to hop in between the hands. 1, 2, and 3. Stick that landing. Scoop the abs in. Roll your spine up. Straighten the legs. Open the chest, stack the spine. Let's take 3 roll downs. Exhale, roll down from the crown of the head. Upper back, mid back. Bend your knees. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, scoop the abs in, lifting from the trunk and the hamstrings. Neutral pelvis before you straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale, roll down. Bend your knees. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale. And exhale, roll it up. Scoop the abs in. Tuck the pelvis. Straighten the legs. Stack the spine. Open the chest. 1 more time. Exhale, roll down. Bend your knees. Fingertips to the floor. Inhale. And exhale, roll it up. Scoop the abs in. Tuck the pelvis. Straighten the legs. Stack the spine. Feel the weight even between the front and back of the feet. The weight even between the inside and the outside of the foot. We're pulling up through the hamstrings and the quads. The pelvic floor is lifted. The belly button is to the spine. The shoulders are back in neutral. The head and neck are in line with those shoulders. We grow an inch taller. And you guys are done. Thank you. Great work, everybody. I hope that's what you needed today.